Well, hello, everybody. It is Melissa here with Craftymacs, y'all, with another crafting for Christmas in July, y'all. We're making handmade cards. These are gorgeous napkins. Let me show you the napkins, y'all. Looky. Napkins. Look how gorgeous that is. You would not, if you did not know this technique, I'm going to show you how to do this. It is so easy. There's so many different gorgeous, beautiful napkins out there. It opens up. I mean, you can do pretty much anything with a napkin anymore, y'all, if you know the techniques. So this is what we're going to be doing. Hey there, Jenny Williams. How are you doing? Hey, Tara Lopez. Let me get rid of this during this broadcast. Let's see, unpinned comment. Some people get upset with that. So I'm going 176 days till Christmas. I love it. I love it, Tara. Hey, Lisa Amix, how are you doing? Look, y'all. Look how gorgeous that is. This napkin, as you can see, I divided this napkin, y'all. The whole image was too big for the front of this cute little card. So what did I do? I added a little embellishment on the inside. Now you can do, this is where you do your sentiment. If you have stamps, I didn't do one of my stamps because I wanted y'all to see, use what you have, right? And this one, absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to take, I have a die cut that says Merry Christmas. And I'm going to pop it up on some pop dots, or what do you call those things? Pop dots? And so it'll be like raised. I'm going to do Merry Christmas up here. It'll be absolutely gorgeous. And then, of course, another sentiment inside. This is so easy. And also, I'm going to do some cards. Let me bring you down to my workstation, y'all. I'm going to do some cards with the napkins that I used. Okay, I've already got some things cut out that I used on this. Now, y'all, I didn't go live when I was doing this, but if you were on my live last night, I went ahead and started coloring. I took some markers and I colored the gingerbread house. So you see how that pops now, and I added gold glitter. I am not finished with it. I have to come over here and work on this little house, or this little roof right there, but also the little gingerbread. I went with some markers and stuff, but those are such fun napkins that I thought I would make some handmade cards too. But first, y'all, I'm going to show you how I did this process, okay? Let me bring you over here. It is easy peasy lemon squeezy. You know, I was looking at this napkin here. Look how pretty that would be together. You could use this for the inside of your, if you made handmade envelopes to go with your cards, you could do a coordinating napkin and use that for the inside of your envelope to go with that. Would that not be gorgeous? Yes, it would. Yes, it would, but I digress, y'all. So let me show you how I did this. Okay, we're gonna put this. Let's see if I can bring it over just a little so y'all can see what we're doing, okay? We'll set this one here. I guess I could do that right there and just get it, right? Okay, now, measurements. Let's talk measurements, my friends. Oh, let me bring you over. You don't need to be seeing my boobs, y'all. For the love of hate, y'all don't need to be seeing that stuff. Oh, I guess I can move it back over now. Here we go. There we are. That way I got my little cling wrap. All right, for these handmade cards, you are going to need cardstock. Now keep in mind, hi Nancy, hey Shannon, hey Sherry, hey Sonia, Sandra. I'm hard of hearing. What was the name of the pink thing you used to hold the flower pot? Oh, let me go get it. Don't wanna, okay. It's the PYD Life. It's a tumbler holder. PYD Life tumbler holder, and you can get them on Amazon. If you go to Amazon, put in tumbler holders, a bunch of them will pop up for you, okay, my friend? All right, now for this one, you're going to need cardstock. I'm using the blue for the base, for the card itself, okay? See this here? And all I did with this was a 8.5 by 11 card. I like really large cards. I do. So I just folded that in half, used my bone folder to do the crease. Now, if your paper is really thick, be careful when you're creasing, because you can, it would crush the paper here, and it would cause it to bucker, and it wouldn't look real good. But see how nice and smooth that is? Now, I like to use white cardstock. Now, this is an 80, I believe this is an 85-pound cardstock. I really like to use about a 65-pound weight cardstock for my napkins, just because, I don't know, I just feel like the napkin adheres a little bit better, but not really, because these did not have a problem at all. And this is pretty thick cardstock, okay? So now, all I did, I took my napkin, and here's the napkin, y'all. Okay, so you know that I'm not telling you a fib. These are the napkins. See that? I mean, look how beautiful that is. This is actually one continuous piece. You see how right here it's continuous? So I'm thinking this would be even great for like a project, using the whole thing in one little thing. Okay, now I went ahead and took this napkin and I cut it out, all right? And I went ahead and cut my cardstock to fit the napkin. And I don't have a large cardstock. I really didn't want a whole lot that I had to cut away. So now you're going to use an iron, all right? I'm using an iron method with cling wrap, okay? Cling free, whatever you call this stuff. Cling wrap, let me see. What do you call this stuff? Oh, I don't even know if I have any more in here. Cling wrap, okay. Cling wrap. All right, now what we're going to do is you got your napkin, you have your cardstock. We need to get a little bit of, let me move that, of the cling wrap, okay? And I'm just going to get a piece that's not too much bigger than the image that I'm working on. Now, your cling wrap goes over your cardstock, all right? Then your napkin, and make sure that you take all of the backings off of your napkin. Because if not, you're going to have to do it again. It won't work if you don't take off those layers. You just want that one layer that has the print, okay? Now I'm going to lay that on top of my cling wrap, just like this, making sure that I have a little bit of cardstock on the outside. I don't want to cut my cardstock the exact size of the napkin. I want to have a little leeway there, okay? A little bit of leeway. You see that? A little border around it, that white border. Now this is very important too. So you have your cardstock, you have your cling wrap, and now you have your napkin. Take parchment paper, okay? Very important. Lay that on top, and you can see through it. See how you can see through that, y'all? I can still see that border all the way around my napkin, and I know that the cling wrap is all the way around. Take an iron. You can use your house iron if you want, if you're very careful not to get any kind of cling wrap on it. But I use a very hot iron. I put mine up on the highest setting that it will go. For me, that's been the best setting. I've tried medium heat, medium high, and I don't know, y'all. I just have to have it really hot. Even sometimes when I'm doing this, I'll have to go back over it again just to make sure that that cling wrap is melting onto that cardstock and with the napkin, okay? You want to make sure that you get around those edges pretty darn good. Okay, pretty darn good. Now, this is what I do. I go ahead and lift this up, and I can tell that that's adhered pretty darn good, okay? Be careful, this is hot. This is very, very, very hot, okay? Now, this is the card I'm going to show you right now. This is stinking adorable. It is stinking adorable. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead. Let's see here. You can see how that's lifting up on that edge just a little bit. I'm going to place the parchment paper back on there, and I'm just going to hold that there just for a moment. Okay. Just for a moment. Get them edges really good. I'm probably going to be cutting that off anyway, but hey, it's okay. Yep, that's good. That's good. Now we'll take some scissors. If you guys would, if you haven't already, like, follow, and share my live. Let everybody know that I'm doing Christmas crafts in July. Okay, let me go ahead and just cut around this just to get rid of the cling wrap. I could probably use my larger, my Tim Holtz. I love this thing. It's not as many swipes, is it? Okay, we're gonna do this. And you can see I'm still leaving a little bit of white because I do have to cut this again, but I just want to get all of that cling wrap away from it. All right, now, what I did, this is a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card, stinking adorable. The reason why I made it smaller for this is because this would not all go on here the way I wanted it, okay? It was going to be cutting off too much of this ornament, or that one's going to be smack dab up too high. And I just didn't like that, so I'm like, I noticed the space right here between those two ornaments, and I thought, I think I can cut right through that and use both images. Facebook messed you up. I just checked and you weren't on, so I missed. Oh, it's okay, girl. You know me, I repeat myself 20 million times. Yes, I do. All right, now I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to show you here. When I'm cutting this, I'm very careful that I can see that I still have the edge of that on one where I'm cutting, right in between them. It's perfect. Absolutely. Well, you know what I'm going to do first? I'm going to straighten this up. This is the... I'm going to have to be very careful because this is so... I'm going to pull that up and I'm going to try to eyeball that, make sure that it's level. I guess we'll find out, won't we? Okay, so now I know that edge is straight. So now I'll do it. Let's do it like this, like this. Okay, let me pull that back just a hair. There we are. We have that one, and then we have that one. Isn't that beautiful? It is just beautiful. Let's go ahead and cut. Now, I know that I had to cut really close to the bottom of that to fit this image onto that cardstock. Okay. Now, I'm not going to give you measurements because this is what you call winging it, y'all. Just go, you eyeball it. If it's going to fit, make it work. That's pretty much what I do when I'm crafting, especially when I'm doing new things. Oh boy, that was pretty darn close right there. Okay, just clean it up, friends. So we have this. Isn't that gorgeous? Now I'm going to go ahead and clean this one up because I want to use this too. It's too beautiful not to use, right? What kind of plastic wrap do you use? I've used several. This one is Glad. All right, now let's get this cleaned up a little bit here. I think I'm gonna have to put my glasses on, y'all. It's okay, Rita. It's okay. Hey, Linda Heiner, how are you doing? Julie, thank you always for sprinkles, and you too, Jody. I appreciate that, guys. Thank you so much. let's see here. You see how I'm just looking? And I love these cutters, paper cutters, because you can actually see where you need to cut and what you're not going to be cutting off, right? All right. Let's do this one. Now, I do know that you got to be careful here. I want to make sure that that image is going to fit there. So what I cheat, y'all. I cheat. Look at this. Okay, let me get my this is what I do. I measure that, and then I come over here and I put a little mark, okay, just like this, right there, so I know where to cut it. Yes, I do, my friends. Now, I'm going to do it just a smidge less, okay, smidge less, so I know, y'all, that that's going to fit right in there. Look at that. Looky, looky there, looky there, looky there. All right, let's put this up. Let me get my cardstock. Let's see here. Thought I already had it prepared, but I guess not. Here we go. This is a 8.5 by 11 cardstock. We're going to go ahead and just make the card itself the base. Okay. Bring this over. This is 8.5 by 11. So we're going to cut this at 5.5. Wait a minute. 5.5, yeah, that's 11. 5.5. Okay, so we have 5.5 and 5.5. Just like that. What did I just do? Oh, Lord Jesus, what did I just do, my friends? Oh, gosh, and I have my glasses on. This is pitiful. This is pitiful. Oh well. Anyhow, y'all, we'll do it. We'll do it again, okay? This is. Oh, I did it 5 3/4. We need to do it at 5.5. 5.5. There you go. Now I'm going to save this piece though because I can still make a card out of that. All right, now all you do is you fold this over. I guess I could do it right here. I'm going to fold it over end to end, and I kind of just hold it as I do it, and I usually start in the center, and then I just gently press, and then I take my bone folder gently, because I don't want to damage the crease here. Okay, I want that to be nice and smooth, and it is. All right, we're going to just double check here. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now this one is the one that we're going to have to cut just a little bit. Now, if you can see this one, I'm going to go ahead and trim it right there, because I've already made one, so I know that one's already trimmed. So I'll come up here and trim this one just a little bit. Sorry guys, I have to keep moving my ironing board over. Now I will tell you, let me just say this real quick. See the way I've done this here? If I'm making 10 of these cards, I go ahead and pre-cut everything. Like I have everything here for this one card, right? I have 3 cards here that I know I'm going to work on. I would do the same thing with this. I would make all of my bases, then I would cut all of this out, then I would cut this out. I would do all my ironing and all of that. It'd make it so much quicker when you go to put your cards together, okay? Let me measure this. It's 5 1/4 because this is a 4 1/4. I need to go 4. 5.5, 5.25. Okay, let's see here. Does it make sense, y'all? And what am I saying making sense to you? I hope. It's 5.5. And it's best to cut just a little. I'm going 5.25. 5.25. Yes. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Made that one a little bit shorter, but that's okay. All right, now, see how plain this card is like this? It's beautiful, but it's kind of plain. So I wanted to jazz it up just a little bit. You see what I did to this one? I just took some distressed ink and inked around it. And I even added a little bit within the design. I could actually bring a little bit and bring it in, you know, right in here a little bit if I wanted, you know. So I'm going to do the same thing with this one before I attach it to my card. Okay. So we're just going to go around the edge. And you can go lightly first. And then you can go back around and see where you may need to, you know, add just a little bit more. You don't have to do this. If you don't have distressed ink, you can use paint. If you use paint, just use a dry brush, okay, with barely any paint on there. I'm going to come over here and, you know, just do a little bit. Maybe right in here, right in there. I do like to have, because this is a lot of white space, so I'm just going to add a few little things here and there. There you go. Look how cute that is. Stinking adorable. Okay, okay. Now, then we're going to go ahead and attach this. And you can see that I shortened that one just a little. And that's okay. Oh, guess what? I know. Hold on, friends. Let me show you something else you can do. All right. You can actually layer this. There's plenty of room on this card to, oh, that's going to be so pretty. Gonna be so pretty. Yes, it is. All right, I'm going to show you another little trick. I'm going to go ahead and add some glue. Now, I noticed that this one's lifting up just a little bit, and I did use glue there. Just watch your edges. Go back and add a little bit of glue if you didn't get your edges good enough, okay? And I'm just using my petunia, my sweet petunia glue gun. I guess that's what you'd call this thing. Or you could use double-sided tape. You even have a fancy little stand to put your glue gun in there. Yes. Okay. Come over here. I'm going to make that a little bit bigger. I'm just putting a border around it, right, since I have a little space for it. Now, all you have to do now is come over and cut that. See that there? So now when you bring it over and you're going to trim around these two edges, it's going to be easy. Now, if you can't eyeball something pretty darn good, then you may want to measure. Go ahead and measure, okay? I'm pretty good at eyeballing, so that's what I'm going to do. And if I make it a little bit bigger, no problem. I can always cut it again. Gosh, I get so many spam calls, it is crazy. I don't know, it seems like the 4th of July has really been busy too. Okay, now look. Looky, looky, looky. Hey, Kathleen. You love the flower pot? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Now we're going to distress around the white. In case you're wondering, I'm using the brushed corduroy. I love Love that color because it almost looks like it's gold. See, I'm just softening that edge a little bit. Just a little. Just like that. Look how pretty that is. It's amazing what just a little bit of ink or a little bit of paint would do, y'all. Hey, Roxanne, how are you doing? Hey, friends. Hey, Gloria. So, let's go ahead and bring this back over. Now, we're going to attach this to this, just like that. Now, see the border here? This one doesn't have the border. This one has the border, okay? I think I will do one a little bit more. I'm just feeling I need a little bit more. There we go. All right, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to show you that you can use liquid glue. You can use tape glue as well. This is my ATG glider. Tape glider, y'all, is what it is. You can get these at Hobby Lobby, Michael's. You can get them on Amazon as well. So let's bring this over. We're just going to attach this. I'm so excited about Christmas in July. Oh my gosh. I have been looking forward to this. Look how pretty that is. Isn't it so simple? You can even add a sentiment right here if you want to. You can do, I don't know, joy, believe, Merry Christmas if you want. Anything like that. Now, I had this extra piece left over since I couldn't use it on the front of this card. I didn't want to waste it, so what I did is that I added it to the inside of the card. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so we're going to do the same thing that we did with this one. We're going to distress the edges. And we're going to go down the edge here, just like this, y'all, okay? I mean, who would have thought this was a napkin, right? You would have thought this was cardstock. All right, I've had people say, well, Melissa, why in the heck, why don't you just buy cardstock? Well, I'll tell you why, okay? Let me see how I did that one. I'll tell you why. Because you can't find cardstock that has this pattern. I have not seen cardstock like that. Now, there's some beautiful cardstock out there that you can use. And I have a lot of Christmas cardstock paper that is just absolutely beautiful. Yeah, that is so pretty. So pretty. Now I'm going to maybe just add my liquid glue. I love this glue dispenser, but I will tell you, since I have arthritis in my hands, it does get a little hard for me to do this. I don't know why. I love it. The reason why I love liquid glue for something like this is because you have a little wiggle room when you're attaching your card embellishments, whatever you want to call these. I can move it. See how that moves a little bit? Just a little. Turn it over. Make sure I don't see the edges of that on the outside. Gosh, that is so pretty. It is really, you want to burnish that pretty good. Now, if you don't want to use your hands, if your hands are dirty, you probably don't want to do that. Okay. So, looky there. There's that. There's that. I have all the fun toys. I guess so. Now, on the inside, you do want to put another cardstock so that you can put your sentiment. Okay. Move that out of the way. I usually keep scraps in my little folder here. Yeah, it might work. Yep, that'll work. And this card is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I think this is already wide enough. It's pretty short, which is okay. So we're going to do 5 1/4. Let's see here. That will work. That will work, my friends. Now let's distress the edges, because you don't have to. You could leave that totally white like that. But I like the little pops of the distressed edging. You can use whatever color you want. I'm just being consistent with what I've already used on the other images. Okay. Just like this. You can do as little or as much as you want. Just like that. Most people probably wouldn't even notice that you used on something a little different. How many of you guys make handmade cards? I hope a lot of you do. I think it's a dying art though, but maybe not, because there is still a lot of card making companies out there, right? That makes cardstock and all that. Oh, this is so pretty. It really is. See how you have a little bit of wiggle room? If I had used my tape and I would try to pull that tape up, unless it's repositionable, it would stick so bad that it would rip the cardstock underneath, and that would not be good. Gosh, see, looky there. Isn't that pretty? It's just gorgeous. This one's got a border around the image. This one does not. Beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely gorgeous. So there is 2 beautiful cards. Now, for this one, it was a little bit more trying for me to figure out, okay, what am I going to do with this? Because that's a pretty big image, right? So, let me show you what I'm doing. This one is a little bit more, y'all. You ready for this? You ready? We got the napkin right here. Okay. Got the napkin. So we're going to go ahead and you can rip this napkin out, but I'm going to be a little careful here. Let me just go ahead and cut it. Let's go ahead and cut it, my friends. And I usually go ahead and separate my, did I say ribbon? Good Lord, napkin. I have ribbons on. I'm looking at the ribbon over here from my wreath kit, and it's, I don't know. Okay. All right, I'm going to come over here because I know that I don't need a whole lot of that napkin. So I'm going to go ahead over here and just cut that right there. Okay. Let's put these 2 aside. So we have that, and here's the cardstock for that, the base. That's the actual card itself. All right. So let me bring it over. I may have to cut out a different, nope, I think that's going to work. Beautiful. All right. Let me just bring out my tape for y'all. I usually use a piece of tape just to get the backing, the layers off of the napkin. You can still see there's still a layer on there. You want to get all of them, okay? If you can. Oh, and I just ripped it. Oh, for the love of Pete, people. Is it really for the love of Pete? I don't know. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, my golly. Here we go. Now, this napkin is going to be available in my fall napkin kit. Yes, it is. It's going to be available. And I'll probably release that next month. I think I'm just going to do it this way. Let's make it a little easier on myself. Okay. Go ahead and get this. This is so much fun. I love it. Love it, love it. Now let's try this one more time. I think it was actually, there we go. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Look how bright that is when it goes back onto a white cardstock. Isn't that just a beautiful napkin? Love it. These are my favorite things, Christmas in blue. Oh, hey Sue Watts. Teresa Durbin, how are you doing? Hey Lana, how are you, my friend, today? You love handmade cards and that. I do too, my friend. Tanika girl, Tanika, how are you? Hey friends, hey Peggy. Okay, now I digress. Let's go ahead and get some cling wrap, okay? And I have a love-hate relationship with cling wrap. I'm just going to tell you right now, I have a love-hate relationship with it. Okay, so you have your cardstock. You put your cling wrap on top of your cardstock. All right, and I usually use white cardstock. Then you put your napkin over your cling wrap, and you can see the image. You can see that image, all right? Let me bring you over just a little bit more. Now you're going to take your parchment paper, place that right over the top, and I can still see that image pretty well, and all of it is on my card. I'm going to take my iron that I have heating to very hot, high temp, y'all. It's a high temp. Oh my gosh, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Just like this. And I am making sure I get them edges really good. Okay, let's take a peek. And that looks pretty good to me. Looky there, now we made our own cardstock, friends. Our own cardstock. Okay. Let's just get that off of there. And go ahead and take some of that off. And a little bit of that. And I'm going to look one more time. Okay, yep, it all looks good. Look at that. Okay, now I'm going to bring this over. All right, now what I'm going to do, I know I have to cut the excess image off. You see how not all of that is fitting, and I like to put a border around it. See that there? Look how nice and clean and look beautiful that is looking. So I'm going to do the same thing with this one. I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to take off just a little bit of that. I want to make sure all of that image is on there. I don't want to see any white. There we go. Just like that. See how that cleaned that right up? Love it. And do the same thing. Let's go ahead and do this up here. I was thinking that was lifting a little bit, but it wasn't. Okay, get that right there. Okay, then we're going to come over here and do the same thing. I want to make sure I get that star on there. All right, maybe just a little. We got a little bit. Oh, nope. Yep, right here. Right about there. Look how nice and clean that is now. Now what I do is I flip it over, and if there's any napkin that you can see that when I trimmed it, I didn't get it off, I go ahead and clean that up. Okay, just get that off. Just like that. That's pretty darn clean, I must say myself. Now I'm going to back it with some white, because I want a border around this. Let me get another piece here. Maybe I'll get lucky and I'll have, oh Lord, I do. I think it's going to work. Oh, yes. But first, I want to go ahead and distress around the edges, okay? Because I like that look. And what I did is I just picked up a color, that brownish gold coppery color from the napkin itself. And that's what I'm using. You can even do a dark blue if you want. If you can match up that tealy green look, you could use that. I prefer the darker brown gold look of this distressed ink. You can do as little and or more, whatever you want to do. Now I do come into the tree a little bit and just add a little bit to soften up some of that odd looking green, okay? Just see how pretty that is, just like that. Come up here and just do a little bit in that, maybe over here a little bit, you know. Just look how pretty that is. Maybe we'll throw a little bit in there, maybe come over here a little. Look how pretty. Just that little bit of distressing really can add a lot. Okay. All right, there we go. Don't be afraid to experiment, okay, my friends? Experimenting is fun. I want that a little bit heavier on that edge because I like it. I like it like that. All right, that is pretty darn good. I'm going to use my glue. Hey, if you have a glue stick, you can use a glue stick too. Use what you have. If you only have like Scotch tape, double-sided, use that. I use double-sided tape as well. Just make sure you do have enough, but when you use a liquid glue, be careful not to use too much because after all, it's a liquid, right? And you don't want it to buckle your paper. But one thing about the liquid glue, like I said, I love is that you have a little bit of time to move that image around, okay? Make sure you can burnish those edges. You can use a, oh gosh, what are those little rollers called? A brayer. You can use a brayer. I use the brayers a lot. Now I'm going to come around and trim on those two sides, just like this. Just a little. There. Come over here and do the same thing. Now if you can't eyeball it, go ahead and measure. When I do stuff like this, I eyeball a lot, okay? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to distress the white edges as well, okay? You could leave it white. Let me show you. You could leave it white if you want, just like that. See how pretty that is? Look how pretty that is. I'm going to distress it. Be you, be uniquely you. Some people will like it. Some people will be like, no, I don't need to be distressed. That's okay too, right? That's perfectly all right. Here we go. Just like that. I'm going to bring this over. And since this is pretty thick, I'm just going to go ahead and use my double-sided tape. Like this. And straight down the center should do it. Got to be very careful because I can't lift it off of here if I mess it up. Okay. And look how cute that is. Now look, my friends, we have all of this stuff here. Is that a special glue gun? This is, well, actually it's by My Sweet Petunia. They have the stamping platform. I'm just using my Nuvo glue. And they do give you an empty bottle where you can use your glue of preference. I do like Nuvo, I like the Bear glue. Now I'm going to do a border up here, like right here. And I was thinking, what can I do up here? I have a die cut that says Merry Christmas, and it'll fit beautifully here. And I'm going to do that to mine. And I'm going to show you, I had this extra piece of paper here, y'all. Okay, I had this little extra piece of paper. This is how I'm measuring. Y'all want to see? Okay. I'm not going to measure all that nonsense. I'm going to come over here. I'm lining it up with this edge here. Okay. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to put a mark. I'm going to come up here and I'm going to put another little mark, and that's where I'm going to cut it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? There's that. And then I'm going to cut it right here. Oops, I think it needs to go over just a hair. There we go. Now, look here. Now we have just like a little header that we can put right above that. Isn't that going to be cute? Now you're going to say, Melissa, what are you going to do with that? Well, I took the napkin that matches with the tree, and I had to use an extra napkin. Unfortunately, let's see, where's one? Let's see, I had already ripped that one. So, let's see, what hell did I do that? I came down over here. Yep, came down over on that side. That tree is in my way. Okay, this piece is not going to fit right there, so I'm going to make it a little bit shorter. Just a tad. So that I can get that whole image in here. You see what I'm doing here? I'm just lining that up, but I don't want to get into that tree in case I want to use that tree for something. Yep, that'll do it. Since I've already ripped that tree, I'm going to use it, y'all. I'm going to use it. Isn't this easy? Is that a special glue gun? Oh, I've already asked Alan. How's everybody doing today? Christmas in July. Christmas in July. I am loving it. I have to tell you, y'all, man, my back is like screaming at me. Just a little. Take the backing off. And yes, if I have the napkin, might as well go ahead and use it, right? Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and get a little bit of cling wrap. again, this is important. You don't want to put that cling wrap all over your image. Just where, oh, hold on for a second. Okay, cardstock cling wrap, okay? Cardstock cling wrap. Now I'm going to take my napkin and I'm going to place it right on that cardstock. And luckily, you can see exactly where that is going to, see, that's perfect. I mean, you can just line that right up. I'm going to hold that in place. Let me get my parchment paper. I'm looking to make sure it didn't move. It didn't. I'm going to go over it. With that. Oh, just get that edge real good. Lift that up. Beautiful. Woohoo! Hot, hot, hot. Hot, hot, friends, hot. Now, for some reason, it's easier for me to do it on the back side. Just follow that. This would be a wonderful project to do with your girlfriends as well. I talk about things like that all the time. Now I'm going to keep that, even though I have that rip there. You never know. I may need it. Go ahead and clean that up. You can get really, really creative with this. Looky, looky, y'all. Here's our border. Look how easy that is, and it matches. I saw a little bit. Okay, there we go. Let's me bring over my distressed ink. We want to do the same thing with this. Okay. Now I'm not putting a white border on this. I don't feel I need to. Come into the image just a little bit, just like I did with the tree image, okay? It just really makes the blues and everything pop. Look at the difference. Just look at the difference here, y'all. So pretty. Beautiful. Okay. Now, let's go ahead. I'll use my glue. I'll switch it up just so y'all can see the different things you can use. There we go. And this is the top. This is so easy to do. To make something beautiful, sometimes you just have to think outside the box. All right? If you see any of that glue coming out from underneath your image, just go ahead and wipe it off. Look how easy that was. Wasn't that easy, y'all? I'm telling you, it's so easy. Hey, Tony. How hot is your iron? Very hot, the hottest setting. Getting ready for the 4th. That's wonderful. Now inside, I just put a white cardstock and distress the inside, so I'm not going to worry about it. I showed that to you how to do that already. So now we have 2. Isn't it beautiful? Love it. Like I said, I'm going to put a Merry Christmas sentiment here. I'm going to cut out, I have a die cut. I'm going to pop it up so that it looks like a 3D effect. So there's those 2, then here's these 2, and I'm going to show you one more technique. I don't know if you guys want me to do this live, but I do have these napkins, y'all. I think that I used on my clay pot. As you can tell, I was going in and I was adding some glitter, and I've got to fix a few places here. I didn't have time to do it all, but it's going to turn out beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So, I think, y'all want me to do this one? What do you say? You want me to do one of them? Oh, it's 10 to 5. Y'all, what time did I come on? How long have I been on here? Let me see. I don't think, it's not telling me. How long have I been on here, friends? In the game, you always make it look so easy, but it is not. Oh, thank you, Beverly. You could use stencil on the inside. Yes, you can use stamps. You can use stencils. You know, whatever. You're only limited by your imagination, friends, right? Only limited by your imagination. Okay, we'll try one of these. Now, I have not made any cards with this particular napkin, okay? So we're going to do this together. That way maybe you can see the process of what I do. And, which may not be good. Because y'all know sometimes when I wing things, they don't go too good, huh? Alright, so that goes with that one. This little napkin goes with that. Okay. This goes with that one. This goes with that. And then, oh yeah, I think this is going to be stinking adorable. Y'all ready? Let's get it going. Let's get it going. So we're going to start. Okay, all I did, this is what I'm telling you all. If you're going to do a bunch of cards that are identical, go ahead and cut your paper out that you're going to need for each image. See how I'm doing that? I went ahead and did it for the little gingerbread as well. So now what we're going to do, second step, we're going to go ahead and do our ironing. Let's get the ironing part taken care of. We'll start with the gingerbread. Okay. Let's just see how quickly we can do one of these, right? Okay, gotta be careful. There we go. Little gingy. Let's get some cling wrap. Don't need a big piece. It just needs to cover the cardstock. So, cover your cardstock. I like to use white cardstock for my images. Now, you have the cardstock, you have the cling wrap, and now I'm putting down my little gingerbread. Okay. Where is, I got this. Looky there. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now we're just going to iron him right on there. Yes, we are. I have a little idea of what I think I'm going to do with this. I think it's going to be stinking adorable. Wait until y'all see. I hope it's going to turn out with what's in my head. Where did I get the napkins? Sue, I got them from Marshall's and Home Goods. And these I got off of Amazon. They were a little bit more expensive, but I could not resist. And those napkins are going to be in my new napkin kit next month. So, okay, let's see what we have here, friends. Yes, it's what I'm talking about. It's what I'm talking about. So there's one. We're going to set him aside, let him cool off, okay? Let's bring over our gingerbread napkin. Same one that I used on the clay pot. And the gingerbread too, y'all, is the same one on the pot too, okay? I haven't finished embellishing that and painting certain little things on it. But there's that. Move that out of the way. I need a bigger piece for this. So you have your cardstock. I know I repeat myself, but I have people coming on all the time. So that's why I repeat myself, y'all. I'm so sorry. Okay, cardstock, cling wrap, napkin. parchment paper. 3 things, right? Parchment paper goes over, and I do smooth it out so I can see the image. Make sure, you know, everything's hunky-dory. Okay? Then we're just going to iron that baby right on there. I think this one's going to be stinking adorable too. I mean, I just love these cards right here. These are adorable. Adorable, friends. Just adorable. Okay, I think that's good. My iron is very hot. It's on the highest setting I can get it, okay? Oops, got to be careful with that. Don't want to pull too hard on that cling wrap when that is still hot. Where's my scissors? I'm just going to go ahead and get some of that off. Okay. Okay, I see here that that's wanting to lift. I'm going to iron those edges again real good. You definitely don't want that napkin lifting off of there. That's all you have to do. Just go back with your iron and get it on there, okay? Let's go ahead and set that one aside. Now this is, I'm really excited about this. I'm going to use this, and I hope it's going to work. It's going to work, y'all. It's going to work. I'm going to use this as the background. Yes, I am. I don't need all of this napkin dough. All right, do not throw away these little pieces, because remember, you can use those if you want to do a little piece of matching something with your cards. Let's go ahead and do this. Hey, do we have any new peeps on here? As always, if you would please like, follow, and share my live. It's been a long time since I've been live, y'all, since last night. Of course, the algorithms are all screwed up with Facebook again. But I'm telling you, something, I don't know, something weird is going on with Facebook. I don't know. It's almost like there's a lot of AI bots doing a lot of things. Like, I don't know. I don't know what the future's going to hold for any of it, I guess. As long as, you know, this is my thing. I do this because I enjoy it. Even though Craftymacs is a business, I don't sell 20 million kits anymore. I am going to be releasing a Christmas kit next month, though, or next week, y'all, next week. I'm probably going to do only one a month, probably. I don't want to get back into doing hundreds of, you know, I did, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, about 120 a week. I know that may sound like a lot. I mean, not a lot, but it is for my little business, okay? All right, now the cardstock, the cling wrap, and then the napkin. Then your parchment paper. I think this is going to be stinking cute. Oh my gosh. If you'll remind me before I get off here, I'll show you the napkins, not napkins, the ribbons I'm using for my Christmas kit. And the sign that I made, it's exclusive to Craftymacs, just for that kit, okay? It's exclusively Craftymacs sign, y'all. And I kept switching things around on that sign because I wanted it to be just right. And it is stinking cute, if I say so myself. It's not an AI sign, that's for sure. Oh, wow. Ooh, this is going to be so pretty. I can already tell you, I can see it in my mind's eye what this is going to look like, y'all. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and trim this off since I'm already here at it. And I do it from the back. To me, I can see the napkin. And plus, I don't want to cut into my cardstock. Okay. And I can see the napkins wanting to lift on this corner a little bit. I'm still going to go ahead and cut that. And then I'll take the iron to it one more time around those edges. Okay. Oh, that one's a little wonky right there. Okay. Yeah, it sure is. I'm going to have to trim that up. I know what I'll do. But I want to make sure. Okay. Just do this, get them edges really good. And you may say, oh my gosh, that's a lot of work just for cards. But hey, friends, it's unique cards. You can't go out and buy these cards. You just can't because you're making them. Right? Let me trim that just a little. Okay, there we go. Now, what I'm thinking, okay, let me bring this over. This is going to be a rather large card. So, when I make really large cards, sometimes I hand those cards out because they can be expensive to mail, and that's okay. I'm looking here. Let's see here. That is 8.5. 8.5 by 5.5. So I can do, I think I'm going to make it just a little smaller. Why? Because I can. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out around this image here. Okay. And we'll show you how I'm doing this. Now I may not like that much white around it. We will see. And I don't, okay, let me show you something. Can you see the impression? See that just a little bit? That's that napkin. So I'm just cutting out around that. So I still have that shape. And if I don't like it, I can always change it up. No big deal. You know? This is what I was thinking when I pulled these napkins to do. Gonna be beautiful, yes it is. There's that. Gonna do the same thing with the Gingy as well. You can see a little outline of him. Do you see the outline of him? That's what I'm gonna follow, okay? And I think, and he's pretty easy to fussy cut. He's pretty darn easy. Cutting that off just a little bit right there. Sorry guys, I have to concentrate on this. He's got a little wonky head. He has a little wonky head, friends. if you have kids and they're old enough to where they can use safety scissors, they would probably have a blast cutting out these little gingerbreads for you. All right. I probably should have gone ahead and made one of these and cut these out, because I know it makes the lives a little bit longer. But sometimes I think you need to see the whole process as well. And since I haven't made this card before, I'm kind of winging this. Okay. Let's go up. Go ahead, go between. Well, I ain't even gonna say that, y'all, because there's people that may not like that. Let's just go there. Go up. Easier. I have, let me get my little fuzzy cut scissors. I love these things. See that curve? These are wonderful for little intricate areas like this. Looky, looky. Adorable. There's that one. We're not going to have to do this. Now let's think about this for a moment. Let's think about what we want to do. We do have a card base here. I've got a white card base because I was thinking that, and I'm going to do it like this. Okay, see this card? This is an 8.5 by 11 card base that I just folded in halves, and I'm going to turn it this way so the card will actually open like this. What do I have on? What the what? Hold on, y'all. I can't have that. I cannot have that. Let me go ahead and move this out of the way for the moment. You see how I put cardboard underneath my ironing board so it won't mess up my thingy there. Let's put that right there. Bring this back over. I'm going to fold this over end to end. Okay, end to end. I go ahead and line them up. Okay, hold it, go to the center, press down and just go out. Okay, and I take my bone folder and very gently I do this. Okay, so you have your card base. Now it's going to open like this. Okay, so what I was thinking is that, my gingerbread, oh, he will fit on the inside. I love it, I love it, I love it. Now this, okay, we're going to have to cut this down because I want this to be the back, like I backed that with a white. It'll be my border around my gingerbread. Oh my gosh, that's going to be so cute. All right, this is 8.5. I think I'm going to go, where's my, see the process, y'all? You see the process that I go through to design something, to create something different that you haven't before? It is not that hard, friends. It really isn't. Now, we can cheat and we can do this as well. Okay? That is like really not straight. That is my straight edge right there. And I think I want a little more thicker border. Make sure that's going to, yep, so I can do that. Oh, I know, we'll double it. We'll double the border. Yes, that's what, so I'm going to make this a little bit bigger or a little bit smaller. That's what we're going to do. If you can't eyeball very good, then please measure, okay? Please measure it. That's pretty darn good. Close enough. I'm going to come over here and do that right there. I'm going to come down here and do the same thing. Let's make sure though. We're not going to be able to do that. And you want to know why? It's going to have to be a really small. Let's see here. We can do that. And then it's going to have to come up. I was really hoping we're going to do that, but it looks like we're not going to be able to. So we're just going to have to cut it off. About right there. Take your time, y'all. Take your time. Right there. And about right there. There we go. And I do have that little extra mark. I can get rid of that though. I just want to double check this again. It's the outer mark. This is my straight edge. Okay, so I'm going to do it this way. There we go. Got that little piece off. Just going to measure one more time. Looking good. The reason why I'm doing it like this, because this edge is not very straight. Well, we're going to go like this anyway. Okay, let's see here. Oh yeah. Yes, yes, yes. This is gonna be beautiful. Now I think I'm gonna shorten that. Oh no, I know what I'll do. We are going to adhere this to my card base. Okay. Man, I smell food. Somebody is cooking some food. Oh my gosh. Yummy. Okay, make sure you do it the right way. There you go. Okay. Whoopsie. See what I'm saying about tape? You gotta be careful. Whoa. Sorry, guys. Potential spam call again. Can you believe it? Oh, looky at that. Looky. Now, I think I'm going to take some green. We're going to shorten this up just a little bit. Just a little. Let's curve that. Curve that. Just curve that a little bit. Ooh, that's going to be cute. Now we're going to take some green paint, I think, or green ink. Let me grab some. Let's see what we got here, y'all. That looks so lovely. I think I have to re-ink my ink pad here. Ooh, yeah, okay, let's see here. Because we want it to pop, right? We want it to pop on here. I may even come back with a little bit of brown over that too. Just to distress it. So y'all are seeing firsthand the first time I am using these napkins for a card. Let's see about a little bit of brown. Well, see, that's making that pop already. See there? I'm really thinking though, I don't want as much white. I really don't. I think that might be okay up there, but I'm going to come down around, get rid of a little bit more, just like that. I like it much better. You see, you don't know until you try something. But I want to see more of that image than I do of that white on that edge. Did not care for that too much. So, and I'm going to use a dark brown around that edge just to pop it off that page a little bit. I think that one may be a little too light. So, no, this one may be a little dark. Let me just use this as a scrap. But I like it, so we're going to go for it. So you'll see a little bit of that green. Then you'll see a little bit of that brown. And you can keep going over it until you get the look that you're going for. That's pretty much how I do things. I'm going to have to get rid of this piece. Where's my little scissors? Let me cut my, turn my iron off before I burn myself. There we go. And I love these little daughters. I really do like that edge a lot darker. See that? I think it's going to pop. Oh yeah, y'all. That is pretty. I can go back and add a little bit more green. That is so pretty. Don't know if the camera is picking that up, but that is so very nice. I'm going to come up in here because I don't like a lot of that white. Just like that. Just add a little bit right in there too, I'm thinking. Ooh, isn't that so much better? Look at that. How that pops. Oh gosh, that's pretty. Ooh, that's pretty. That is so pretty, friends. I know, I'm on here a long time, y'all. I'm so sorry. Hey there, Hazel from Birmingham. I'm going to go over just with maybe a little sprinkle of this green again, because I do like a little bit of that green in there. After all, this is kind of whimsical, isn't it? Kind of, sort of. Kind of, sort of. Just a little bit. Not much, just a little. Just a little bit. So now we don't have to... Look how thick and cute that is. I love it when a plan comes together, especially when you don't have a plan and you just do it. Don't be afraid, y'all. Just do it. Now, if your thingy has a little, if your glue gun or if your ATG does that, make sure you smooth out your tape. Okay. I'm gonna get a little bit. I'm thinking I'm needing some more glue on there. All right. Let's see here. That is so cute, my friends. Look how adorable that is. Is that just the stinking cutest thing? I've enjoyed you being on here. Oh, thank you, Joanne. Oh, hey, Lynn Reeves. And Hazel, I said hi to you from England. Hey, Georgie. Hey, Georgiana. Georgina. Okay, now that's the front of the card. Now here we have the gingerbread. Now I'm thinking that we could actually, let's think about this, friends. Let's just think about this for a moment. Let me grab. Let me just see. Let me see what they're gonna look like. Okay. So if I do that and cut around the gingerbread, that would give me some color on the inside and plenty of room for a sentiment over here. But I do kind of like the plain look right there. And I think all I'm going to do is, what I'm going to do, friends, is I'm going to take my dark brown distressed ink, and we're going to distress this little fella so that he's going to pop on the inside, okay? That's what I'm thinking. Yes, indeed. You could even take glitter markers. Say that you have pink. You could take it and go over your napkin with markers. If you want them to pop a little bit more, if you have metallic markers, that would be adorable. So very much. Like I said, you're only limited by your imagination. Okay, let me show you something. I want to get inside. Where is... Okay. I want to get inside this right here a little bit, so I'm just going to take a paintbrush and get some of that ink on there and just come back and get a little bit more of that right in here between the legs. Right here, really. I definitely need it right there. And look how cute he is. He just pops, doesn't he? You can even put glitter. Oh, now look at that. Now that's sweet. I'll move this. Here's the front. Then you have the little gingerbread. You can stamp. Let me go ahead and put that on there, y'all. let me go ahead and put the gingerbread on there. Make sure I get plenty of glue. I need to get myself another box of hand wipes to keep my fingers cleaned off. Now I will tell you whenever, oh, I want to show you too. One thing I like about this stand, this little glue gun dispenser, it comes with this little stand so that this does not dry out. There's like a little silicone thing right there that it sits on. So it shuts off the point of that so it doesn't dry up. I love that feature so very much. Now I could put him in the center. No, I like him over here. This is where I'm going to put him. Oh, he is so cute. So cute. Oh my gosh. And just because I distressed around the edge of him, he pops right off of that now, doesn't he? Look how cute that is. Is that not adorable? I mean, tell you friends, okay? One thing I am looking here, I'm going to, definitely going to have to put a little glue on those edges, and that's okay. I'm thinking, y'all, I think I'm just going to distress this edge here. And I want you to see the difference. Let's do half. You still have the white border. Look at the difference. See the difference between the two? Wow. And you don't know it. See, I gotta add some glue right there. You don't know it until you do it. Look how pretty that is. Can you see the difference there? I like the ends to be really dark. Look at that. Love it. I probably want to do around this too, but I'm going to hold off on that until I get my sentiment in there. But okay, friends, look. Let me bring y'all up so you can see. Let's see, is this stuff? Yep. Okay, let me bring you up. And I do appreciate all 45 of you. Where are the days when I had 1,000 people on here, right? And it's okay because you're here, right? So here is the gingerbread. Now you can embellish that. You can do glitter on here just like, okay, let me show you. This is the same napkin, okay? You see how I'm going on there and I'm adding the glitter? I even took markers and I made it bold looking. See how I did all of this? I made it more bold looking and then I added that glitter, okay? You can do the same thing with this. Think outside the box. Now that's, to me, is stinking cute, so I'd probably leave it. But then you could do the same thing with the gingerbread, but I kind of like it like that. So, but it's your card. I'm just giving you an idea, right? Just giving you an idea. Okay, here's this one. Now remember, I've got a die cut that says Merry Christmas, which I'm going to be putting up there. And I'll probably do blue and gold. 2 different colors, blue and gold maybe. Okay, so there's that. I haven't got the inside. Let me show you. I do have the inside of this one just for your sentiment or whatever you're going to put on there. It's beautiful. And it's a napkin. And then this stinking cute one. Oh my gosh. That's the one without the border. And this is the one with the border. So you can do it either way. Absolutely love, love, love these. And then of course you have the cute little ornament there. So there you go, my friends. What do you think? I love it. absolutely love these techniques. And one thing about having a lot of cards or a lot of napkins, especially for Christmas, you can do all different kinds of Christmas cards. You don't have to do all of them like this or all of them like this. You can do 20 different designs if you want. That's the fun part of it too. You're creating something special that you're giving somebody, and I'm telling you that means a whole lot to a lot of people, getting something that's handmade. Let's see. Oh, okay, I did tell you I was going to show you. Hold on. This is the ribbons for my Christmas kit that I'm going to be releasing next week. I know it's been a long time since I've done a wreath kit, but it's very fitting that I do a Christmas one. And I designed this sign that says Merry Christmas to go with it. Isn't that beautiful, y'all? An exclusive Craftymacs sign. Yes, indeed. It's going to be beautiful. And we're going to do woodland ruffles. And we do have tubing. Tubing is involved as well. So there you go. Oh, thank you, Michelle. I appreciate that. Hey, Lynn Plum, how are you doing, girl? Tracy Sloan, you love him. Thank you, girl. Joanne Sue Watts, how are you doing, girl? Hey, friend. Hello, hello. Catherine, did I say hi to you, Catherine Roma? Sue LeBlanc, you love the cards. Thank you, girl. Vicki Anderson, how are you, my friend? Hey, Hope. I hope you're still on here. Hey, girl. All right, I'm going to get off here, y'all, because I'm smelling food. It is 5:30, and I'm hungry, and I got a mess to clean up in here. So there you go. You're not a crafter if you don't have a mess. I'm just saying, okay? Y'all have a blessed, blessed day, and Merry Christmas in July tomorrow. We'll see what we're going to do, another Christmas craft, y'all, because it is Christmas in July, right? Ornaments may be involved one of these days. We'll see. Y'all have a blessed day, and I will see you all tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow, guys. God bless. Bye.